welcome to lesson 25, okay? As with the previous thing, when you see this slide, just get the flashcards that you've made previously, and then you could just minimize the screen and then flash the cards so that your child's able to do it. They don't have to do all of it, just choose 6 per day. So when you see the screen, minimize it, use your flashcards instead. Once you've done that, again with the flashcard, say the word, get your child to write it. So you're doing that practice, the reading and the writing of just 6 words. Okay, like I said, just 6, it doesn't have to be the whole lot. Okay? So the more you use that flashcards, the easier it is for your child. Buy one of those containers that you can get from the pound shop or any of the supermarkets and keep your flashcards in there. Okay, same with these sounds. When you see the screen, minimize the screen, get your flashcards out, flash your 6 sounds to your child, get them to write it, so they're reading it, and then after that, get them to write it. So once they've read that one, or that one, or that one, it's depending on what you want to do, just encourage them to write it and let them check and see if they're right. I'm sure they'll be very excited to make sure. If they get 5 right, encourage them, just tell them next time they can do 6. If they get 3, fantastic. Next time get 6. So each time praise them and then set them a goal so that that's what the goal is. They need to get 6. Okay? But, right, let's move on to the next one. Again with this, flashcards, flash quickly. These they're quite familiar with. So the focus is to get them to write it. If your child is struggling with these, just do the 5 minutes per day. If they're not struggling with it, just encourage them to write it instead. And then you've got these words. These are quite nice because there are 2 letters in that make 2 words that make 1 word. Okay? So they don't need to know the term for it if you want to tell them. These are compound words, but they don't need to know. But you can tell the ones, if they're able to retain it, you can tell them that. Okay, so then you've got, break it down, so you might want to cover a word and get them to read that one, and then read this one, and then put them together. So this is where the flashcards will come in handy. If you're not able to do that, a great thing that you can do, which I learned, which I thought was really good, is to bend a piece of paper, okay, like this. On one half of it, you might write the word help. So you have help on one side, and on the other side, you write desk. Get your child to focus reading this side first, okay? And then you get them to read this side. But when they've done this, encourage them to retain it. So you've got here, help, okay? Then you get them to practice this side, desk. And then when you open it up, you've got the 2 words that are together. Okay, so they know that they've done this one. So help, desk. Okay, so if you do it this way, it makes it easier for your child. Okay, so try and use this format for the rest of the words. It just makes it easier for your child to do. It is quite long. It may seem quite scary for them, but if you do it this way, then they can break it down and it makes it easier for them. Okay, it's another fun thing as well. So when you're writing, do the same thing. Obviously, don't show them that, but get them to write help using their spelling fingers. Once they've done it, get them to do desk using their spelling fingers, but make sure you explain that it's 1 word, but do 1 word at a time, so that when they put it together, they've got their 2 words that make 1. Okay, then you've got your sentence here. So if they've been practicing the words from the previous page, and if you've got this, so when they come to the word sandwich, shampoo is a bit different because it's just 1. You've got lunchbox in there, so you can use this method. You've got the sandpit and then you've got windmill. So you can, if you've got this, then when they get but you can pull it out and then you can help them. So again, encourage them to read it. This word here, you just need to tell them that it's put. Don't let them use their sound. It's just put, okay? Because if they try and use their sounds, it's not going to come out how it should be, okay? So again, encourage them to read the blue sentence when they're comfortable with that, the green sentence when they're comfortable with that, then move on to the blue. So again, you're looking for fluency, so that you want them to become more fluent. If try and use the videos as much as you can. They're there for your use. The more they have access to it, the more they'll become fluent. Okay? And again, when you finish, choose a sentence that your child's able to write. So if you're choosing the green one, dictate each one if that's where your child is at. If not, you could just encourage them to write the whole sentence, but keep saying the sentence over and over again. Your child might be at the point where they are able to write quite quickly, to just do just the sentence so that they can start retaining it for themselves. Okay? So thank you very much. That's the end of lesson 25.